Hi there, my name is Suze, and I work with women to help them find balance between their internal masculine and feminine energies so that they can have lives that feel really emotionally fulfilling, full of love and connection. So, today, again, let me know, you guys, in the comments what you think about my lighting here. I am still kind of playing around with some things and seeing what I like for my videos here. So, let me know what you think of this picture, the clarity, the quality of the picture, and the lighting. Let me know. And I am still dealing with a little bit of outside noise. I apologize if there's any kind of background noise, construction kind of noise. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can, and hopefully this will be done. It's just taking forever, and I can't just keep putting my life on hold. So here I am amidst the chaos. I mean, if that's not the life of a feminine, I don't know what is. Learning to navigate and go with the flow of the chaos, right? So here we are. So today I want to talk about what is your addiction, okay? And clearly there's some things out there that everyone associates with the word addiction, clearly. But I am going way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. Because the addiction stuff is really just what are the internal things that or I shouldn't say internal, what happens when you're in an internal state that you're not entirely comfortable with, and then therefore you do an external behavior of some kind, which ends up being sabotage. That's what I'm talking about today. So when I say it with that, you may already start to get an idea that this is way broader than what you may think at first glance at the idea of addiction. I am talking about coping mechanisms. I am talking about cyclical thoughts, patterns of thoughts when particular emotions or states are triggered, where your mind goes, what are common thoughts that you have, and then from those common thoughts, what is the physical behavior that you do to get yourself out of those thoughts? All of that. So before we can even really comprehend what's really going on here, we have to go really, really deep, because this is something that I didn't fully get until pretty recently. And I have been on this journey of energies and healing and you name it, soul ascension, mission, all the things. I've been on this path for years and years and years. And I have recently uncovered some things that were rather shocking to me. Rather shocking. And so we have to go really deep. But here's the thing. If you are not 100% comfortable being in your body and feeling all the things that may come up because of something, you're never going to be able to understand what I'm talking about. And so rule number one is you have to get really good at staying in your body. Now that right there is going to trigger some addictions and some coping mechanisms, because 9 out of 10 people are running out of their body every chance they get, whether it be numbing, distracting, overworking, or busyness, shutting down, running away, self-isolation. I mean, sometimes obviously self-isolation is good for self-reflection, but you can go too far, right? Or even anger to push someone away. This is all stuff that also, by the way, you may hear this already. We're talking also about emotional availability, by the way. So if you're not comfortable staying in your body when you're having turbulence or chaos, whatever it is, happening internally, you're not totally emotionally available to yourself, which means it's completely illogical for you to expect to be in an emotionally available relationship. So there's that. And then part two, you're already going to be in some sort of addiction already with that if you can't stay in your body. There's something that you're doing, I guarantee you, there's something that you're doing if you're not in your body that you're doing as a coping mechanism, which is an addiction. So you have to get in your body. So on that note, I will be dropping down below in the description box an extended video talking about getting back into your body, because I know that particularly for women, the idea of getting back into your body can create a lot of resistance for women. If you don't like your body, or you have a negative self-image, or you've had some abusive, traumatic things happen physically to you, staying in your body is a very difficult thing for you. And so I'm dropping an extended video to this in the comments, in the description box below, to really help you get back into your body and feel safe in your body, because these are core things that have to happen if we're going to start really expanding this divine feminine energy and really becoming really whole and integrated, all parts of me. You know, when I started doing this work with the addictiveness and the addictions and the coping mechanisms and the self-sabotage, when I really started doing this work, it really showed me how all of this stuff is simply you not fully embracing parts of yourself. For shame, there's shame somewhere, and it may not be totally obvious to you, but there are certain aspects of yourself that you're not fully embracing. So in one way, shape, or form, you're running away from them with this addictive, coping, self-sabotaging mechanism, whatever it is, and then all these things are happening, right? All under the umbrella of low self-worth. Okay. So this is a huge subject, obviously. Okay. So again, extended will be down below if you want some tips and tricks for helping getting into your body and really concrete physical tools for that. Sorry, I hear the noise now. Sorry about that. So on the idea of addiction, I'm going to get back to my notes here. Otherwise, I could just go on and on and on. On the idea of the addiction, a huge piece of this is really masculine energy healing. Masculine energy healing. Because here's the thing, your masculine aspect has to be healed and integrated when you're doing this kind of work, because the masculine aspect is the aspect that holds space. The masculine is the aspect that focuses on being present with what's happening and learns how to stay calm and safe with the crazy. Again, holding space with no judgment, right? And that, again, that is emotional availability. Being able to go to the depths with yourself or someone in the midst of the crazy, messy, unpredictable emotions and problems and wounds and triggers that are coming up, and being able to calmly work through them collaboratively with your inner child or with someone outside of yourself that you are in partnership, in relationship with, right? So you can see how this kind of stuff affects everything. So the masculine has to be healed so that it's not judging or shaming the current crazy, chaotic, emotional experience that you may be having. The second that you're telling yourself, I shouldn't be feeling this way, or something's wrong, quick, I gotta fix, and then, or the voice that says, oh, just let it go. You're being too sensitive, or you're being dramatic, or you're being too much right now. Or maybe the voice that says, oh, you should be over that by now. Why are you still here? You should be over that by now. Or the voice that says, why is this taking so long? All of those are masculine, wounding, shaming voices that are not creating safety and emotional availability and holding the space in the crazy town of our wounds and our triggers and our emotions. Okay? So that's where your masculine aspect is coming in here. All right? So if that's not done, then clearly there's so much bad junk happening with all of that stuff I just said that you are going to want to run away from it and choose your addiction or coping mechanism or sabotage of your choice, because you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with it, right? But if you've been on this journey for any length of time, and this is what I see collectively, not just my own journey, I see this collectively with divine feminines. There comes a certain point in your journey where you cannot pretend anymore. You can't. You can't just pretend like everything is okay to keep the peace. You can't just pretend and wipe everything under the rug and pretend like everything's fine and function in normal partnership with someone anymore without addressing the elephant in the room. You will get to a place in your journey where it's just impossible. I often see this place that women reach if you've been through divorce, like myself. You have paid through the nose an exorbitant amount of money, first of all, to get divorced. Then you went through the long, drawn out, painful, crazy process and messed up system that is the divorce system. You fought your way tooth and nail to get out of a relationship and be who you want to be. So you are most definitely not going to repeat any stuff in your past. So if something in relationship or something in your life comes up and it smells like something in your past, you are going to be sure to address it because you are not going to repeat what you clawed your way out of. So that can be a good thing. That can be a good thing. And honestly, that's where a lot of self-worth is built. When you have had to work really hard to get something done or to get somewhere or to rewrite your life or to transform yourself or to start all over again, when you've had to work really hard for that, that builds self-worth because you know how painful it was to get you from point A to point B. And no one can take that away from you, and no one can deny that from you. So, went off on a tangent there, but that's really the core of a lot of this stuff. That's really the core. When you've collected enough contrasts in your life and you really recognize this is what I want and this is what I don't want, this is where things start coming into play and you can't pretend. And you know what you want, and you know what it takes to get there, and you know what you're no longer going to accept or settle for. You know where your standards are at. So anything that smells less than that, you're going to want to talk about it to create some clarity and make sure that it's not that and that it's okay to be up here in partnership. You know? I heard someone say this a little bit. I'm going to quote someone and I love this. It's the idea of, I don't want to rock the boat, but I also don't want things to stay the same. Those are, again, it's going to play into this addictiveness. If you're ever in a position of, I don't want to rock the boat, but I'm also recognizing I want something different than what currently is. If that's an underlying thing going on and you're actively staying there of like, I can't rock the boat, I don't want to rock the boat, I guarantee you there's an addiction somewhere that's going to help you stifle that little voice that's trying to tell you, you need to rock the boat, you need to rock the boat, you need to rock the boat because I need to be heard and seen. This is not okay, right? It's again that idea of the pretending. When you're not rocking the boat, but you're at the same time recognizing this isn't what I actually want. When you're in that space, you're pretending. And if you're pretending, you're selling your soul, really. You're selling your soul. And if you're selling your soul, there's this little voice going, hello, hello, this is not okay. You're going to have to do something to make that voice temporarily shut up. And then every time that little voice comes knocking, you're going to have to do something again to shut up that little voice. So what is it? I think I've said enough in this video. I'm probably going to expand more on this as well. But if you really want some tips for helping to remain in your body, to really feel these energies and acknowledge them, which is huge. Again, I can't say it enough. which is huge on the journey of emotional availability. And I know if you're here, you want to be more emotionally available in your relationships, and you want to be in partnerships that are more emotionally available. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Please do look in the description box below for the extended video that I'm doing for that. Thank you so much for listening. If you found value, I'd love it if you would subscribe and comment. Let me know you were here. I so appreciate your support, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.